Alright guys, before we start the video, I just wanted to make a really quick little disclaimer, I guess you could say. Now, I have no intentions to bash any hotels here. I'm not making this video to put anyone down, nor am I trying to close this hotel that I'm about to show. But this is an honest representation of my experience I had while staying at this property and what happened to make it a gone wrong video. Now, while personally I don't recommend this hotel to anybody, and if you're in Frisco, I definitely recommend looking elsewhere, I will let you piece your own decision together after both ends of the video have been played. Now, I have this set up in a different way than usual. So the way it's going to work is, the first half of the video is going to be the good stay. Now, this is not the stay I stayed there, but I was still with my friend for a good majority of the time. So this will be kind of the first day when it all went right, and how it was, at first, a seemingly decent hotel. And the second half, though, is this going to be recorded in a different building, but it's going to be an account of how the second stay went, and as well as that some pictures of how unkept the property is. So, they'll both be edited together. If you would like to skip directly to the Gone Wrong portion, you can use the chapters function, skip to the Gone Wrong section, or you could alternatively go to the description and click the skip time there, which I will mark clearly. Anyways though, with that all out the way, again, I'm not trying to bash this hotel. This is just an honest representation of an experience that a friend and I had while staying at this property in Frisco. Yeah. Anyways though, with all that out the way, let's begin the video.
We're here at the AC Hotel.
We're at the AC Hotel, Frisco, by the Star, and Caleb's a guest here, and we're going to get a room tour. Now,
I disabled this.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. Do not ever turn it on.
please don't.
Alright.
We got an ADA room, though, for those wondering. The
Not
battery.
really entirely 88.
Yeah, it's a partial ADA. Now, coming in, we have this newer thing, but they leave the card in there, so it's kind of bypassed. There we go. Now, as you can see, they have these energy saver cards, but they just leave this little thing in there. So there's your doorbell switch, which we have it off because it's basically a fire alarm. Now at the door, got a peephole with a little cover, yeah. Deadbolt, which it's one of the newer ones where it just puts it in privacy mode. Got one of these newer latches, door safety things, information, everything that you need in a hotel. I guess we can go in the bathroom now. We have another really modern light switch. That's like an AC thing, European style. There's the toilet, which is very modern, but I've heard not the best to sit on. There's your sink. It's modern. You got these newer grow fixtures. Yeah,
they are good.
there's the soap. Never seen this brand before, but they also give you one of these. You can tell the demographic they cater to.
There's the other stuff here.
Oh, they give you more. Here's your other stuff. Just a shoe sponge, beauty kit. They also give you, looks like some lotion down there, tissue box, towels, all your basic hotel stuff. There's the shower, and the one thing I don't like, the dispensers. Those I don't like, multi-use.
Talk about the cheap toilet paper.
There's the toilet paper, which is very thin and cheap looking. This is a 2-ply, but very cheap 2-ply. This is what you get in high school. That's what they had in my high school.
Alright. This is one of my favorite things about the room.
This is a really cool shower. Now it's ADA, so you have the little thing. You have the wand and the rain shower.
So basically, to turn it on, it's already an off. Turn it on this way, it goes into that.
That's the wand. And you pull it that way, it's the rain shower.
And then this right here, you can control the temperature and stream.
It's a really nice fixture for a hotel, I must say.
Yeah, they do really well on this one.
Now I guess that there's, oh yeah, then there's a very weird outlet. I'm not the biggest fan of this since you can only, a normal American plug you can fit 2 of them, but the thing is most things you plug in the bathroom are bigger than the normal American plug.
One thing to note about this, so it doesn't have a tight seal, but if you like hot showers or warm showers, it will steam it enough to where it sticks on, which is practically what you need to prevent water to get off on the floor.
They also give you a floor mat somewhere. Oh, there's the floor mat. So yeah, they give you a floor mat too if you need it. The other thing about the bathroom also, this doesn't lock, and you could see through it like that. But it's not a real big threat if it's one. This is just one person staying here, so it's not a
One person or a couple's push. That's it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would not stay here if you have someone that is known to look in bathrooms.
Not a bad.
We can look in here. It's a very modern. Before we go into the room, you have a beverage cooler, which I don't know if that's really a fridge. I think it's more of just a beverage cooler.
It's both. It's both.
It's a newer smart. It's a fridge, yeah. It's got a couple buttons on it that you can use. There's the safe, which does work. Drawers for. This is a modern take on the dresser you normally get in a room.
This is simplistic, is why it's cheap. It's not bad for what it is.
Yeah. I don't know if this is an anti-steel hanger. I think it is, because it's smaller, so you can't use it on your own. You can bring your own hangers and still use them. It's a more modern take. Make the hooks smaller so you can't take it home. Now, I'm not going to show your code on camera for obvious reasons.
No, you can't.
But the safe works. There's the iron. They give you everything you need in a hotel. Now we're out in the room. Now this room's been lived in, but just imagine the bed's made, people. It's not that hard.
It's a pretty...
It's a decent sized room for
underestimated for the price that I'm paying $110 a night.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
It's pretty bright. You get plenty of lights. They also give you that accent lighting over there. You get a table with 2 chairs. As well as that, you also get this storage seat thing. Ice bucket, coffee maker, single cup. This is good, but I don't recommend using this because this machine's gross. All the coffee complements you need. Another weird outlet. You get a decent sized TV.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's not clean. But you would think that you get a slightly bigger TV, but this is okay for like a night or two.
Like what, a 36-inch?
Yeah, that's not bad. There's your nightstand, which just has some charging stuff on it. They give you USB ports over there, which is nice.
Light controls.
Oh yeah, this will turn off the bedside lights. That turns off the accent lighting. So you don't need a lamp at your bed anymore. It's a nice bed. The linens seemed clean when we came in yesterday. Headboard, modern leather one.
I will say the way how they do it, if you look underneath the bed, on how they do it, it's very impressive.
Yeah, they don't let you slide anything under there so you can't find any surprises. There's the fire stuff, which is all ADA equipment since we're in an ADA room. This is the doorbell, which again is a fire alarm. I don't think that's a doorbell.
It would be a different chime. Honestly.
If it had a chime, it'd be nice, but it's just a horrible beep.
That's why we turned it off.
Yeah. So no one can ring the doorbell at 2 a.m.
That's why we turned it off.
Here's the view. It's nighttime, so it's not going to be the best, but basically you go out onto the highway and the Residence Inn, which is connected to this place.
Yeah, it's conjoined. So it doesn't include breakfast for it, but you could go for Residence Inn.
$6, right?
For $6.
That's actually really reasonable for a hotel breakfast.
And I mean, it's Marriott breakfast, so you expect. I looked at it the other day. The breakfast is actually very decent, but I passed on it because I'm here to see some friends, not only than him, but some other friends.
Yeah.
Too. So that's why. Overall, I like the room.
Yeah, this is not bad.
I personally like it. For the price, you could be a few things that they could fix on that I expect a little more out of it. But I will say that it's overall nice. It's perfectly usable for one person or a couple.
Yeah, if you were staying here like by yourself, or if you were a couple, I think that this would be more than enough.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I personally like it. But there's also a few other things we're going to show you. Restaurant. They have the restaurant open, I believe, till 10 p.m. every single day.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
They have that too. There's also a facility Starbucks. They open it from I think 6 to 5, 6 p.m. to 5 p.m. every single day. It's a nice one. And then also what they have a business center through the Residence Inn, but you can use it.
Yeah.
They also have meeting rooms, pretty standard.
And a fitness center on 2.
Fitness center on 2. There's also a pool on level 1. And also, they do have some other sitting areas, and as well as they do have a small mini bar and also laundry facilities.
Yeah, they give you everything you're gonna need for
Yeah, even though it is 2 properties together,
they share the amenities because they're conjoined. Yeah.
But it still is it is what it is.
And one thing also worth noting is both properties they both have their own set of elevators, so you're not going to be sharing your elevators with the other hotel.
Yeah. So although all the way from floors 1 to 7. This hotel, this
one's
AC
taller.
part,
Yeah, you get
it has the exception of 1 extra floor.
Yeah, this floor is the top floor. 8.
They gave it to me for the night. They actually gave me that, which I'm well pleased with. But this is something you can get for if you're just staying by yourself.
And you want to be like, yeah, close to the star. This is a pretty good place
literally,
to go.
We can't really. Actually, we might be able to show.
Yeah, we might be able to. Also, there's a thermostat. It's in Celsius for some reason, but it works. It's not that hard
You
to.
can actually see it.
You can see some of the stadium, but you can also see the Hyatt Regency by Stonebriar. We're not far from Stonebriar, so if you want to shop there, it's not a far distance.
It's a pretty good area.
Yeah, we're in a pretty new area as well, so there's lots of like modern shopping and stuff. So I think if you book this place with the right expectations, you'll really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. And then we're going to show you everything else.
Alright guys, you're probably wondering why a video from another hotel is being posted onto an AC hotel review. Now, I'll go into a bit of a backstory why we're filming this in another hotel room. But, I think that we should tell a story. So, the AC hotel video that you just saw, that was filmed a couple months ago, which I believe it was August, but it could have been earlier than that. I can very quickly find out here, but if it was not August, seems to be September. Yeah, it's September. So it was filmed in late September. And the room was nice. It was fine, it was clean, you know. So yeah, so when the same guy featured in the video, was coming back to Dallas, he offered, you know, that we could book a room with a couch and I could sleep on the sofa bed, which I was fine with. So originally we had a 2-bedroom booked at a Spring Hill Suites. Unfortunately, they canceled our reservation last minute, which kind of sucks, but oh well. So we did that, and while eating dinner, we were like, you know, trying to find a new hotel. We had a couple options, but we eventually decided, you know, we already had good experiences at the AC hotel that one time, so why don't we stay there again? So we did. Now, unfortunately, that's kind of where things start to go south. At check-in, we were told that parking is now $15, which it might have been $15 before, I don't know. But they may have just forgotten to tell us the last time, but, you know, I mean, if this is a new thing, then, well, it's kind of unfortunate that, you know, you would charge such a high price for a parking garage, which you can park free on the streets, but, you know, it doesn't matter. So we go up to our first room. We had booked a room with a king bed and a sofa bed. We go up to the first room, which we asked for the top floor. We got 2 floors below, the 6th floor. The room we go in, and it's just a normal 1 king room with 2 chairs, which there's a difference. They offer ones with a couch and one with 2 chairs. We got one with 2 chairs, which is not what we booked. And when we went to check the reservation, it seemed that it did not go through correctly, which that's probably Marriott's fault, not this hotel's. So I'm not gonna criticize them too much, but you know, we were gonna, since I'm local, I was just like, you know, well, I can go crash at my place for a night. Tomorrow we'll go and complain and get this all worked out. That is until not 5 seconds later, we hear the TV in the other room blasting Netflix, or at least what I assume is Netflix, very loudly. It was loud enough you could hear it loud and clear. You could hear what people were saying in the other room on the TV. And we just looked at each other and we're like, what is this? You know, there's no way that either of us are gonna be able to sleep through this. I mean, even if I wasn't staying there, I mean, no way Caleb was gonna sleep through that. So he goes down to the front desk, complains, and we get moved up a floor, this time to a room with the correct floor plan with the couch. And for the first night, I still decided in the end just to go crash at my place for a night. You know, I didn't even pack my suitcase that day since the reservation was canceled, so it would just be easier on my part. So I do that, and the next day, we go in, you know, I mean, overall the whole property just seems to have deteriorated. I mean, when we first go in, everything just doesn't seem as clean as it was the first time. The elevator sounds pretty poor, which it didn't even ride that well. It was kind of rough, which, you know, I get it's a modern elevator, not the best build quality in the world, but that doesn't really matter. So whatever, we go to the room. They moved us up a floor, 7th floor, room 711. And at first it looks okay, you know, we were both kind of tired. First night, I pull out the sofa bed. Now, most of the time you'll get a little bag with all the linens in it, or alternatively, they will, you can just ask the front desk when you check in. But some hotels will just already put the linens on the bed, and that was what they did in this case. So I pull it out, and at first the sheets look okay, but then I look a little bit closer, I notice crumbs, hairs, fingernail trimmings, everything gross basically on it. And I'm like, there's no way I'm sleeping with these sheets. So I take them off. Then the mattress protector they have on there is not only worn, like it's been in another hotel before this one, it's also covered in hair, crumbs, and everything else gross. So I stripped that off too. The mattress at first on the sofa bed looked clean. Then I noticed a big purple stain on it, which I would hope is lipstick, but who knows what it is. I don't know if I want to know either, which I have pictures, by the way. You'll get to see some in a minute, but yeah. So for the first night, it's not very comfortable. I mean, it's a sofa bed. What do I expect? Not gonna nail them too hard on that one either. But we get an okay sleep. It's not the best soundproofing in the world. You can hear doors slamming in the hallway. But we're like, whatever, we'll deal with it. For the rest of the day, it's okay. But then, towards the second night, we had already booked what is this property now for the next day, since we knew we weren't going to want to stay there anymore. So we had booked this place for, well, what is now today, and the day after when we check out, which is tomorrow. So we booked it. We didn't expect we'd have to go there, but right at about midnight when we were trying to go to bed, the room above us, all of a sudden we started hearing stomping, jumping, banging. It was enough to start shaking things on the wall. And we called down to the front desk, and we're told, oh, we'll call the room up and tell them to stop, see what's going on. And we thought that would be the end of it. I mean, we were kind of suspicious it wouldn't be, but we just felt, oh, it's finally the end of it. We won't need to worry about this anymore. Then, of course, it starts again. At this point, we look at each other and say, if it happens one more time, we're leaving. We've put up with 2 rooms. At this point, I think it also kind of just gave me the idea to, run the place through a more fine-tooth comb. And unfortunately, I saw dust in corners, unwiped walls, all kinds of stains. I mean, it was not clean. It was like, they were doing minimal cleaning between guests. Like, if that was a mid-stay cleaning in that room, that would be fine. But it was not a mid-stay cleaning. This was how the room was issued to us. We didn't bring any dust in, obviously. I mean, why on earth would we do that? I didn't bring extra cobwebs in either, which there were a couple of them. And I mean, it's just like, how hard is it to mop a floor? How hard is it to dust something? I mean, this is just a classic sign you're not paying your staff. I mean, if you don't pay them, they're not going to do their job. Or at least they're not going to do it well. Because honestly, it's almost like they're paying their housekeepers on commission or by every room they clean it. Which, if you don't know how that, because some of the cheaper hotels, they'll do it like that. And that's why you always get dirtier rooms, because their incentive is clean more rooms, make more money. And it's almost like that at this hotel, which is unacceptable for a Marriott of all people, or all hotels. But, so we do that. We hear more banging as we're searching the room. And at this point, we're kind of like, we're in bed. We look at each other and we're like, okay, this is enough. Enough's enough. We're out of here. We were in pajamas. We changed back into our normal clothes. We checked out and we left, and we're now here. Now, this hotel, thankfully, has been very accommodating. No problems here, but it was certainly very annoying. And what follows is going to be some pictures.